Yo, what up? What's poppin'? Back at it again with another video for y'all. I just want to chat with y'all, and this is a video in regards to sports entertainment in general. Yeah, this is a video that's in regards to professional wrestling and a professional wrestler in general. Am I a fan of professional wrestling? Yes, I am. I mean, people say that pro wrestling is fake, but at the end of the day, it's still entertainment. It's still entertaining at the end of the day. I mean, not exactly all of it is fake because these pro wrestlers, they do be getting severely injured. But I wanted to give my take on CM Punk leaving AEW. I wanted to give my take on CM Punk no longer being in AEW. I mean, CM Punk, he's one of the best to ever do it. Like CM Punk, he suffered an injury while he was in AEW, and he also ended up becoming a champion in AEW, but he ended up suffering an injury. And when it comes down to these pro wrestlers getting injured, like, I mean, yeah, the company gives time for them to heal up, and sometimes it's like when they get severely injured when they heal up, it's like when they're already healed up and they're recovered and they're ready to go, it's like sometimes they get released from their contract because, like, I know, like with Bobby Lashley back in WWE when he had that storyline against Mr. Kennedy. I know, like, Bobby Lashley, he got injured in that match, and it's like when he healed up, he ended up getting released from the WWE, and after that, he ended up getting into mixed martial arts. And you see, CM Punk, when CM Punk had ended up retiring from professional wrestling when he left the WWE, CM Punk went into mixed martial arts. But unfortunately, with CM Punk doing mixed martial arts, unfortunately, it didn't go successful. But yeah, a lot of these professional wrestling companies, they do stuff, like different. Some people feel that, like with the WWE and the AEW, I know that there's some pro wrestlers that feel that they do stuff the same, but that's just how it is when a wrestler gets injured. Like when they get injured, it doesn't make a difference if they're like a champion, and it doesn't even make a difference if they was like, like one of the main ones on like the roster, like one of the key pro wrestlers on the roster. Sometimes when they get injured like that, sometimes it's like their contract you know, just runs out. Because I mean, like with the WWE, when they be releasing pro wrestlers, a lot of times they be saying that it has to do with budget cuts. But then again, sometimes when a wrestler gets released, there are times where the company can end up hiring them back. Because I know, like with Samoa Joe, I know he had got released from the WWE, but the first time they did it, they ended up bringing him back, and then they ended up releasing him again. Like, sometimes these pro wrestling companies be doing some weird stuff. But yeah, I mean, CM Punk, CM Punk, he's one of the best to ever do it. When it comes down to pro wrestling, CM Punk is definitely a veteran, but that's just how it is sometimes when you're injured. When the AEW, well not well when I would say, like, when the company don't really be mentioning about you anymore. Sometimes they won't even like make an announcement about your return, when you're gonna come back. That's just how it is with these pro wrestling companies. And that's the thing about it, like, with pro wrestling, like, some of you probably wonder why you don't really be hearing about your favorite pro wrestlers anymore because they got released from the WWE or the AEW or Impact Wrestling. A lot of them, some of them end up going on the independent circuit. And you see, when it comes down to the independent circuit, they usually have their events inside of like a high school gymnasium. And you see, on the indie circuit, having the events inside of a high school gymnasium, yeah, that's not an arena. The WWE, Impact Wrestling, AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, it's all mainstream. Now, I mean, they have their events inside of an arena, but on the indie circuit, most of the events be on a Saturday inside of a high school gymnasium. But yeah, you know what I mean? That's just how it is being a pro wrestler. When you get injured, sometimes your contract, you know, they don't like extend it or whatever. Or just because you're injured, sometimes you just get released from your contract. Depending on how long the injury is, but all these companies do stuff different. They all do stuff different. And sometimes like a pro wrestler may want to take like a little hiatus because of like their mental health. Because yeah, I heard that that's how it was like with Nia Jax. Well, yeah, Nia Jax, because like Nia Jax, she ended up getting released from the WWE. And yeah, like there was, because I heard that she was like saying that she also wanted to like take a break for her mental health. And you see, your mental health is something that's important. It's something that should be taken serious. But yeah, just wanted to give my take on this. My fellow pro wrestling fans, WWE, AEW. I mean, when it comes down to pro wrestling, I'm a fan of it all. WWE, AEW, Impact Wrestling, New Japan Pro Wrestling. I'm a fan of it all. Let's have a discussion about this. Chat with me, engage with me, drop me a comment in the comment section. But yeah, that's my take on AEW. That's my take on CM Punk no longer being in AEW. But I mean, at the end of the day, no matter what, CM Punk is still a legend. CM Punk is still one of the best to ever do it. I mean, mixed martial arts wise, I mean, mixed martial arts, that's a whole different lane. Like, I mean, yeah, with him having a background in pro wrestling, but with him not having like prior mixed martial arts experience, but I think he has some. I think he had some, like experience in some martial arts, like in Kenpo or in Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. But that's another thing. He didn't hold a black belt in anything. You know, what I mean, yeah, he didn't hold a black belt in no style. But yeah, that's yeah, this is my take on CM Punk no longer being in AEW. Don't forget, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell on my channel, comment, share, like the video. And again, my new song, I Can Do All Things Through Christ, it's on my YouTube channel and it's also on my SoundCloud. You can follow me on SoundCloud at Wally G. Let's run it up. Let's blow it up. Love y'all.